right, so let's try and do a small, simple little stained glass project now. I have a little design I just drew up here, just kind of on the fly. It's not particularly exciting, but it'll let us illustrate some of the basic techniques and principles of doing stained glass. I've drawn it out on paper. Actually, my plan is I'm going to have a, these are all going to be pieces of glass, except for the middle. This won't be a piece of glass because I'm hoping to maybe use one of my little melted marbles and be able to prepare that and install that kind of in the middle of it. So that should be pretty. So I have my design here, and this is actual size. It's a little small. We'll have to cut, these pieces are kind of small, but we won't use a lot of glass and we'll be able to see how to do it. But so how many pieces are we going to have? We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces. Okay. So a couple things you need to do. Obviously, you want to figure out what colors you want to use. Okay. So, I've got all kinds of glass and I haven't even decided that yet. So I'm going to do that kind of between this clip and the next one, figure out what colors I'm going to do. But another really important thing you need to do is number the pieces in your design. And the reason for this is because we're actually going to cut these pieces out into puzzle pieces and use each one as a pattern for cutting a piece of glass. So for that reason, it's really important to remember which piece is which, because even in a design like this, that's pretty simple, you'll oftentimes have pieces that look the same. I mean, all 4 of these look the same. All 4 of these look the same. These look the same, right? But, in order for you to be able to puzzle it back together and assemble it, you can't always interchange these pieces. And a lot of that just has to do with, the human error of the fact that it is something we do with our own hands, and, our drawing isn't always perfect, our cutting isn't always perfect. So you do want to make sure you number each one, and I'm just going to do that right now. I'm just going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, it's going to be 7, 8, I'll call this 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So just so that I know which is which. And if I want to, I can make another sketch somewhere else, that just kind of shows how they're all laid out. Or if you have your pattern, you can make a Xerox of it and just kind of make sure you kind of have that off to the side so you kind of know how they go together. Basically, you do want to number the pieces of your pattern, because the next thing we're going to do after we decide what colors they're going to be is cut all these pieces out and make a big puzzle out of it.